Okay, this is the Big 6 lymphatic drainage massage from Dr. Perry Nickelston. We're going to start with the space by the collarbones. So remember that you have to do this in a certain order. I'm going to take you through it. You've got a lymph node under this bone. So we start above the collarbone. You want to press down whilst you do it. So if I move my head to the side, you'll see there's a sort of muscle here, just slightly inside of there. If you don't feel confident that you know where it is, don't worry, because if you stimulate the tissue around it, you're still going to be stimulating the lymph. Now, to stimulate a lymph, you either push, so you're kind of creating a pump, or you can rub, or you can tap. It doesn't really matter. And they're quite close to the surface of the body, so you don't have to do it super hard anyway. So what we're going to do is just think of stimulating that area. And as I said, this one is behind the collarbone, so you want to kind of be pressing in and down like this. So a lot of practitioners will say you kind of need to do it about 10 times, whatever technique you're using, whether you're rubbing or tapping, or brushing, pumping, 10 times. I suggest being intuitive. So if this is sore, then it's going to be full. And sometimes if you go a little bit longer than 10, so if you do more than 10 of whichever action you've chosen, sometimes it starts to feel more comfortable. That's how you know you've really stimulated it enough to get it moving, get those toxins out. So unclog it really. So I'll leave that up to you to decide whether you just do 10 for now, or you do a bit more and you're intuitive based on the different sites and how they feel. So make sure you do both sides. And then once you've done above the collarbone, you then go below it. So about here. So here's the end of my shoulder, here's the end of my collarbone. So kind of in the middle. And again, you want to kind of go up into that collarbone. Now, if you're puffy around here, that is a sign that that lymph is full. So you want to get it moving. And then same on the other side. Remember, you're trying to get underneath that collarbone a little bit. Well done. Okay, the next one is on the side of the neck. So if this is the center of your neck, you want to go just back a little bit. You'll feel there's a big muscle, just go behind it. Just hopefully you can see that. You want to do both sides. If I'm not sure exactly where it is, then I just kind of tap the whole area. And then I know, okay, I've covered it. So you can apply that technique if you're not entirely confident at the moment. But the more you do this, the more you'll get to know your own body. So you'll start to feel where the lymph is. And they're little nodes. So you'll feel little lumps, and they might feel sore. And that's how you know they're full. Okay. Next, we go under the armpit. So some practitioners say that it's on the back here. Some say it's on the front, it being the lymph node. So what I suggest is that you hold on to the arm like this. Let your arm be heavy and you just squeeze. So you're sort of pumping this whole area. So you're getting both sides and you're just getting it moving. And you want to do both sides. So I'm not moving my mic. And again, you only need to do about 10. Get that moving. If you want to rest your arm just so it's a bit heavier and a bit more relaxed, that can be helpful. So you haven't got any muscles kicking up in the way or any tension. Okay, the next site is just above your belly button. So you want to rub it like this, side to side, or you can shear. This is your biggest lymph site, so this can be quite sore for people. So start with this, but if you've been doing this for a while, or you know you don't get a lot of toxic symptoms like foggy-headedness, sickness, dizziness, so any sort of feelings of feeling like you're hungover when you haven't been drinking, anything like that, then just stick with this for now because that is more gentle. If you don't have those symptoms, you can go a little bit deeper for this one. So belly button, where the ribs separate, sort of in between the two, it can get quite sore here. That's where that lymph node is. And you can kind of tap it. And if you want to get really technical, scoop like this. Scoop up as you press in. This can be strong for some people. Oh, it can make you feel a bit queasy sometimes if you've moved your lymph. Not just this site, all of them. So if that happens, make sure you drink a really big glass of water. And if you have any binders, if you know what a binder is, you can take binders and that will help too. So examples of binders are chlorella, activated charcoal, Toxaprevent is a good product, apple pectin, they're all binders. Okay, next you want to go in a clockwise motion around, so anti-clockwise. So if you're looking down, it's clockwise all the way around. Okay, then we go into the groin, and again, same thing. You can be standing or you can be seated for this. For a lot of people, you'll feel that these are full or that it's sort of lumpy around there, and they're all lymph nodes. Okay, once you've done that, there you're going to put your leg up on a table or a chair. There is a muscle here that you'll be able to see or feel, and you want to get your fingers and your thumb around the side of it, and then you just sort of pinch a little bit. It doesn't have to be hard, and you brush up like this. You can do 10 of those, and then you do the same on the other side. So you'll find that the muscle, the inside of the thigh, it goes right up into the groin, and you just want to brush along. Okay, next we want to get at the back of the knee, and this again is a sort of scooping movement. So we're going to go at the back of the knee and scoop as you brush up. And you'll notice there's sort of two bones either side at the back of the knee, so make sure you get in between them and get everything moving. And then we'll do the other side. Good. So that's all our lymph nodes. The other thing that's quite nice to do, there aren't any lymph nodes here, but this helps stimulate the lymph nodes. So you just brush on the inside of the ankle, just brush that a few times. We sort of rub it. Make sure you do both sides. And that's it.